Hi guys, buenos dias, buenas noches, how are you guys? And a couple of things I want to note. The last couple of hours of my audio got corrupted for some reason. I think my microphone got bugged out or something like that, or OBS bugged out, I don't know. In any case, I'm gonna link, I'm gonna add a quick montage of what we did in the last couple of hours. Basically, we cleared a few chunks of the map. Not huge chunks, but we did level up. We are at level 19 now. We also ate quite a bunch of apples, got some more loot, also ate some raspberries, cooked a few things, sold a lot of inventory, so we have some gold, prayed to Inno shrines, all that jazz. I'm gonna link a quick montage about what happened. I really don't want to go through the past 2 hours again, because I'm short on time, to be honest. Now, what we are going to do in this episode, we are going to go into this fortress. We're going to use this rocky outcropping that hugs the wall. And we're going to get the last book from the first circle of magic and learn the first circle of magic. And afterwards, we're going to start hunting some better runes so we can actually use cool magic.
Na wieki zniknął płomień tamtego snu. Modlę się, byś mógł jak on znów szeptać pod niebem. Słyszę płaczącej rannej rosy krople dwie. Obiecują bliski dzień, w którym odnajdziesz mnie. Tam, gdzie gwiazdy porywa nam zachodni wiatr. Tam, gdzie mrok spowił czas, tam, gdzie nie ma już nas. Tam w miłości jest śmierć.
Okay, now that's over with, we can actually climb inside the fortress. Now, we need to be prepared for this fortress. Specifically, we need a couple of sleep spells, which we have, and that's really about it. Now, the lighthouse secret, by the way, that's a very cool, it was a very cool secret to find, by the way. I'm really sorry the audio got corrupted. But sometimes stuff like that happens, and we have to adapt, improvise, and overcome, you know the saying. So, okay, we're now technically inside the fortress. Obviously, the developers didn't want us to get in here so soon. But if they didn't want to do that, if they didn't want us to go inside so soon, they shouldn't have made that rock wall hugging the... that cliff hugging the gates, the rock wall, the whatever. You know what I mean. Okay, so we're gonna just see if there's anything interesting to loot. If I recall, there's just a couple of old coins. There's a King Sorrel up there, and that's pretty good. Not sure if we can... Actually, we can if we climb on the roof. Yeah, we can. Cool, cool, cool. So I just want to pick up a few stuff. And then we're going to do two things in this place. Now, here's the thing. Technically, the third circle is chapter locked, right? We have first circle volume 2, 3, and 4. We do not have volume 1. However, and this is a big however, volume 1 is exactly... let's get this sheepskin as well, why not? However, we can get into this place without exploits, which we just jumped in. It's really not complicated. And as long as we avoid any important NPCs, technically we shouldn't break anything in the game. Is there anybody inside here? Okay, nobody saw us. Good. Okay, as long as nobody talks to us, we're cool. So we need to get in here where these beautiful Wilson banners are. And first we're gonna go to the left to the blacksmith. Now this blacksmith can actually upgrade our armor. What do we have here? Order for minecrawler armor plates. Einar is a blacksmith. Now we want to use an anvil to craft some lockpicks. We can actually... Can we... No, this is a forge fire. No, I'm not interested in using a forge fire. Let's quick save the game. Just wanna heist a few things. Nobody minds. What do we have here? Another forge fire. A smith's hammer. Thank you. Now we want to craft some lock. Oh, I can't actually use this anvil. That's interesting. Huh. That kind of sucks. Well, in that case, because we're out of lockpicks and I was too dumb to actually make any new lockpicks, I'm just gonna have to use an open lock spell. So we need the sleep spell. We don't need this. That's my sleep. Let's put it on 7. Okay. Nothing else to loot over here. So let's talk to Einar. Einar is basically a blacksmith that can upgrade our armor. So our armor right now is 6843. Our leather armor.
Ej, ty!
And we can actually make a badass armor.
Cześć. Jesteś kowalem?
Nie, lubię sobie tak czasem postukać. Od razu człowiekowi lżej. Ech, no po co zadajesz takie głupie pytania? Tak, jestem tutaj kowalem.
Okay. Do you do armor as well?
Zajmujesz się też pancerzami?
Widziałeś, w czym chodzą wilczy synowie? Takie pancerze wymagają wiele troski i zawsze muszą być dokładnie dopasowane pod właściciela. W wolnym czasie wzmacniam i naprawiam też pancerze okolicznych łowców. Niby to nie nasi, ale szkoda by było, żeby zabił ich jakiś zębacz. Tylko pamiętaj, nie będę marnował swojego czasu i srebra na byle co. Zajmuję się porządnymi pancerzami. Dość już tego gadania. Pokaż, co tam masz, a ja powiem...
Okay, so he'll only upgrade armor that's decent armor. So if we want to upgrade it to leather armor, we need mud turtle shells, which we have. And if we want to upgrade to superior armor, it's gonna cost us almost 1,000 gold pieces in total, but I think it's worth it. I think the investment, it's really worth it. Okay, we're not gonna talk to him anymore. I don't want to break stuff. Technically, we're not supposed to be here in chapter 1. Okay, so we need to go to this place. Now, there are a couple of guards up here. We have a speed potion, have an interactable book stand. I'm not sure if they're gonna attack us if we interact with this book stand. They might consider it looting it. 2 brothers war if we take anything. Oh, they don't actually. Interesting. And if I
Przydałoby się parę wytrychów.
wanna... Oh. Okay, they're gonna react. Okay, so we need to put them to sleep. We need to put these 2 guys to sleep. Open the lock, get the book, get the hell out of here. That's gonna be the plan. Afterwards, we are gonna go to Rita's vineyard. So let's open this door. Get the blank magic parchment. Okay, so what do we have here? We might as well loot this room entirely while we're here. So read the book stand first. So, Catalog of Errors of the Followers of Adanos. Followers of Adanos live in the belief that they are the keepers of order. Maybe they are, maybe they are not. Who can know enough to judge divine matters? Although the gates of divine knowledge are forever barred from us, we can at least have something to say about our fate. The most serious of charges against followers of Archolos is their insane, almost dogmatic love of order. Based on the pure speculations, they postulate the existence of some mysterious laws governing the world, and on this basis they conclude that sometimes they must indirectly serve Beliar and sometimes Innos. For many, this is unacceptable. What is the difference between a villager slaughtered by orcs and a villager gifted by paladins? The world is already uneven enough for a man, even a mage of great rank, to apply this equally unfair and unwise judgment. So yeah, philosophically speaking, the followers of Archolos are a bit absurd, even in Gothic 2, because they want to preserve order, but then again, if Innos starts winning, for example, are they gonna sabotage the paladins? Are they gonna sabotage good people? Are they gonna ally themselves to Beliar? How do you even classify order? What's the metric? Casualties on both sides? Pain and suffering on both sides? It's highly debatable. So let's put these three guys to sleep. And you grab the speed potion, grab the wine, open the chest, grab the chest, grab everything inside the chest as fast as possible, grab this wine as well, and we are out of here. Don't think there's anything left to loot in this room. And he just woke up. That was actually perfect timing, if I do say so myself. Now, I don't want to mess with this place anymore. Don't want to break stuff. If I'm not mistaken, there might be an old coin somewhere behind one of these houses. But that's the last thing I want to do in this place. I think it was behind this warehouse. Maybe? Maybe. No, there was an old coin somewhere hidden behind the house. We got the King's Sorrel, so that's good. So yeah, this is how basically we reach the Magical Circle level 3 and Archolos in Chapter 1. Just climb a bit, and that's about it. I think it was behind this house, right? Yeah, there's always stuff behind some houses. I don't want to mess around with this place too much. I don't want to... Yeah, there's the old coin. These are going to be useful later on because we can give them to a museum, and the museum is going to give us some rewards for it. Increasing rewards based on how many coins we donate. And I think the limit is 30. I'm not entirely certain from what I read. But in any case, it's good we cleared this place. Okay, let's get out of here. Read the books. Jump down without dying. Okay. I should also test that if they have a Dark Paladin beer in there somewhere. I'm gonna test that off screen at one point. Now we have all the third circle books, so let's read them. Let's read the second circle, the second book. I also read that if you read the description of these books, they say it's in a deplorable state. I read a Reddit post that said that if you find books that are in a good condition, the learning points cost actually is lower. So okay, we're now at the third circle of magic. I also found a few cool spells along the way. So we have a heal medium wounds, which we're obviously gonna use because it's better than the heal light wounds one. We can finally use the ball lightning, which is an awesome spell. And what else can we use? The small lightning, no. This one is pretty cool. So it does a minimum of 100 damage points. Let's pop. Don't we pop? let's pop not a speed potion, a blue elder decoction. Okay, right now we can just go to Rita's Vineyard and get the Fist of Wind rune, which is an awesome rune. We can pretty much clear the entire map with that rune, so let's go. Okay, we are at Rita's Vineyard, and we need to go to this place where we see all these lovely mole rats. So we need to cross this little river. And by the way, I found an awesome weapon. It's called a combat hammer. It does 60 blunt damage, and it also has armor penetration, so we do a lot of damage with it. But my main goal is actually to eventually be able to use the Judgment of the Stars weapon because it does pure magical damage. So pure magical damage is something that most mobs have 0 resistance to, which means that technically, mathematically, we should do more damage in the long run with that staff, even if it does less damage than this one, or at least it should be on par. But it also has the ability to increase spell damage, and it's also armor piercing. It has 45 armor piercing. Our current hammer only has 15, so it's technically a massive upgrade. Now, character progression wise, our next investment is gonna be in mana, our next level up. I really want to get to 80 mana, maybe even 100 if possible. Now, over here we have a friendly guy.
Cholera, stary.
Call Nick.
Myślałem, że wyzionę tu ducha. To by był wstyd umrzeć zagryzionym przez kretoszczury, co nie?
Można umrzeć na głupsze sposoby. Co tu robisz?
Zostałem wynajęty do ochrony pobliskiej winnicy. Patrolowałem ten obszar, kiedy nagle wyskoczyły na mnie te paskudy. Zjawiłeś się w samą porę. Dzięki.
So Nick is a character from Gothic 1 that we find basically dead in a cave eaten by mole rats. So this is a cool callback to Gothic 1.
Co teraz zrobisz?
Muszę dojść do siebie. A Rita pewnie będzie mi suszyła głowę, dlaczego nie było mnie tak długo.
I think we can also find his amulet. So we just saved his ass basically. I also see a plant up here. Is there another plant I'm seeing, or am I mistaken? No. Okay. So there are a bunch of goblins in a cave near us. And a Fist of Wind rune should be there. And I also discovered that an Ice Arrow spell pretty much one-shots black goblins. Which is exactly what we're gonna use. Oh, this is such a cool spell. I love spells that one-shot enemies, but they are mana efficient. Okay, so these black goblins are guarding this beautiful rune, Wind Fist. And we have a mole rat corpse. It's interesting to see that goblins actually hunt. What do we have here? Some snapperweed. Cool. Anything else? More mushrooms. So let's see. We have the Fist of Wind spell right now. Where is it? What is it? Not heal medium. It requires 20 mana. It uses up maximum of 80 mana, so that's one of the reasons why I want to get to 80 mana. And it does not just magic damage, but it's also gonna do fall damage. It's a bit more difficult to control because we do not want to miss out on experience. We don't want enemies to die from fall damage. We want to get the last hit in. But we can weaken them sufficiently enough to get the last hit in. And we have some mine crawlers over there. Does Nick have anything else to say? EN. Okay. And I was hoping we could find an amulet for him or something. I think there was an amulet for him, if I'm not mistaken. Was it in the water? An amulet of protection. Yeah, I remember something. So let's get into the water. I actually think this is next amulet, or next future amulet at least. Let's get back up. So, an amulet of protection. The letters neck are engraved on it. Yeah, 5 blunt 5 edge protection. Let's give him the amulet. Oh, we can't actually. Not yet. So I'm guessing this is gonna be a quest later on. Probably Rita is gonna give us a quest to find him. And we need to give him back his amulet. Okay. So let's kill this river bloodfly. Oops. Wrong one. Well, we gotta do this the classic way. Fortunately, mine crawlers are super easy to kill, and this weapon is awesome. So, right now the plan is to just kill stuff.
Nic tu nie ma.
Clear the map of as much stuff as possible to get the next level up. We're also gonna visit the graveyard. Oh yeah, I can two-shot lurkers now. This is awesome. This is freaking awesome. Let's get whatever else. Oh, if I remember right, there's also a secret up here. You can actually climb up here. That's the tricky part. Technically we can. It's just gonna be a bit more difficult. Oh, don't get stuck, Marvin. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Okay, can we... Yep, we can. Okay, cool. Let's jump up here. Yep. I knew I remembered something up here. So I've explored Gothic Archolos the map only once. Yeah, there was a King Sorrel up here. Nice. And can't remember if there was something up there, but I'm not sure if we can climb that area. I do think there is something up there on the ledge in the distance. So the question is, let's see if we can get back down without dying. Question is, oh come on Marvin, do not get stuck please. Question is, can we use these rock faces to get up there? Okay. Hey, we actually managed. We managed to do it. Let's see. There's a meadow knotweed down there, but I'm interested in what's up here. So our telekinesis spell is not detecting anything. I do seem to recall a secret up here somewhere, and I'm not referring to that King Sorrel. I remember some stuff being up here, but it's possible they patched that out. I am playing on the latest patch, so it's possible they have moved some items in the meantime. It's also pretty cool we can get up here. So up ahead, by the way, is the swamp, which is a super dangerous area, the southern marshes. It's basically like the swamp in Gothic Knight of the Raven in the sense that it's filled with pretty powerful creatures. Okay, I think this is what I remember, right? I see some firewood down there. Yeah. I do see some stuff down there. There was a reason I wanted to climb up here. Okay, let's see. How is the ledge looking? Okay, let's jump down there first. It was a close one. Okay, and I see some fireweed, not some firewood. Okay. It's a weird place to put it without any other items, but... So what do we have up ahead? We have some black goblins. We can handle those goblins. I also see a goblin warrior. Okay. Man, I love this weapon so much. By the way, there are many places on the map we have not explored yet. More goblins in that cave over there. Okay. Seem to have an ambush site. And more mushrooms. I'm gonna need a lot of dark mushrooms. They are priceless right now for us. Let's eat some mushroom cutlets. I think I cooked a few of those. If I can actually find them. Oh, there they are. Mushroom cutlets. And I think we can eat another one. Yeah, we can eat another one. So what do we have up ahead? Black goblins. Black goblins. Yeah, we can handle those in melee. Don't want to waste mana. Mana is actually more important to us right now than health. And this guy actually had a rusty axe. Huh. So they do use different weapons. Cool, cool, cool. Let's see. What's in this cave? Let's approach it carefully. Let's approach it carefully. Oh. It exits into what seems to be... Oh, that's a black bear. Whoa. So these guys are actually super dangerous. They're worse than bears because they do not stagger at all when we hit them. Oh, I'm gonna avoid that bear for now. Let's finish exploring this route. I also want to go towards the cemetery. I've killed the zombies in the cemetery because they were super boring to kill. So yeah, we also have a sign here. Attention, danger. Let's just aggro one lizard. One at a time. I don't want to get both of you at once. Okay. Ideally you first. It's a good thing they don't have the pack mentality like in Gothic 1. Oh, okay. Couple of hits. That's perfect. So this is why we want weapons with armor penetration. Means the critical hits will also ignore the armor, I think. If I'm not mistaken, that's how the
Niczego tu nie znajdę.
game interprets the math behind it. There's also something up here. Okay, good to know. Can we actually climb up here? Yeah, we can. There are some lurkers and bloodflies in the distance. If I'm not mistaken, there are some bandits. Fugitive. Is he gonna attack us? Yes, he will.
Doigrałeś się!
Ah! Why did you attack me, dude? Thank you for the lockpicks, though. I just wanted to say hi. So we had some booze. Anything else? A suspicious meat cleaver. These meat cleavers are gonna be useful later on, I think. I'm not sure if they're an Easter egg or if they're used for a quest. I'm not entirely certain what they're used for. But we're just gonna hold on to them just in case. So let's explore this little lake. And we're gonna try to do as much of the swamp as it's humanly possible right now. If I remember right, there are some Minecrawler warriors up there. Our extraction skill is also a bit better now. Let's use the small lightning. They're so good against bloodflies. And it's also raining, so we should do extra damage, right? Let's catch some fish. Can we get our extraction skill, Marvin? Come on. Come on, we are so close to 100, Marvin. We are at 95%. I see a dragon root over here. Come on, one more hit. Okay. That was a perfect timing move. Oh, I love this weapon. Feels so strong right now at level 19. But we are eventually gonna go into the cursed area of the map, which is gonna be a fun one. We will not be able to handle that area without spells, I can tell you this much. Thank you for the old coin. Anything else up here? Does our telekinesis spell detect anything? Any hidden goodies up here? Oh, I can see the river Myrtle. So I'm guessing this is an alternate version. Oh, come on, Marvin, don't do that. Don't bug out like me. You're gonna force me to enter Marvin mode.
Tak, to ja.
I hate doing that. I hate doing that when the game bugs out like this. So yeah, he can actually bug out he can get stuck in a climbing animation sometimes. This is why games actually need console commands. I hate games that do not provide console commands, especially
Nic tu
since
nie
most
ma.
of them actually exist in the game, they're just deactivated. Bugs like this can happen, and you can forget to save your game. So what do we have down there? We have a pouch and a ring, some mule myrtles. See another one over here, another one over here. Also saw some bellows, a silver ring, thank you. Anything else? Okay, good enough for me. Now, the mine crawlers up ahead should be a challenge. They should be a challenge. They can pretty much two-shot us. What is this place? It's, or are they regular mine crawlers? I think they're regular. Oh, if they're regular ones. Let's get them one at a time. I said one at a freaking time. Well, at least they... Wait, our armor is actually way better now, I forgot. How is our armor like? 82 blunt, 42 blades. Okay. I'm guessing these guys do blade damage because they attack us with their incisors, their sharp teeth. Okay, first clear the mine and then... Yeah, I see a warrior in the distance, so that warrior is gonna be tricky. Okay, let's get the regular minecrawler first. Come on, one more hit, thank you. Quick save the game because minecrawler warriors are not a joke. They're really freaking dangerous.
Nie ma czego plądrować.
Nothing to plunder. Let's go down here. Aggro this guy first. We are actually doing some decent damage, but not as much as I would like. I'm not even sure if these are critical hits or not. Have we even gotten one critical hit in by now? Is that magical ore I'm seeing? Or is it just iron ore? No, they're still pretty tanky. So yeah, fun fact. If you use a blunt weapon, you actually do more... sorry. If you actually use a blunt weapon, you do more damage to a shelled opponent, like mine crawlers or turtles, for example, or crabs, than if you use an edged weapon. Okay, so yeah, they're actually still pretty dangerous, it seems. Let's what can we eat? Let's eat a mushroom cutlet first of all, and let's see. What else can we eat that only restores health? Just health. We have some rats on a stick, huh? We also got a shit ton of veggies from the gold mine, which is awesome. Okay, let's see. Can we use any spells that could potentially help us? We also have the summon world spell that I completely forgot. I'm gonna show you where I got this rune. 30 mana, but it lasts for 2 minutes. This actually might prove a bit helpful in combat. Let's summon one. I've heard that summon minions are actually a bit more useful in Archolos. He actually does some reasonable damage, actually. But he also took some reasonable
Nic tu
damage.
nie ma.
So is this... It's it's a magical ore deposit. Cool. Let's restore our mana first of all, and health. Where is the country apple pie? That's what I wanted to use. And let's use a digger meat tripe as well. So yeah, summon minions. They're pretty cool. So a couple of more minecrawler warriors. Let's just skip until we kill both of them. Okay, so the minecrawler
Nie ma czego
is
plądrować.
finished. The last minecrawler, and we have a hunter's belt over here. Also have some deposits. And we might as well mine them out. And I think our extraction skill should be high enough by now in order to mine magical ore deposits, right? There aren't many on the map. Come on, Marvin. I know I've mined a crap ton of things by now. Your extraction skill should increase. We're just missing 5 points, man. We can do this. We can. I believe in you. I believe in us. Now there's one more deposit, I think, to the left. And one to the right. Let's mine these out first. Maybe we're gonna get some skill. So I'm not entirely certain if we get skill from successes or we get skill just from number of actions. Or if we get skill from failures. From what an NPC said in the game, we actually get skill from failing. So at 95% extraction, we only have a 5% fail chance, I guess. Okay, all of the deposits have been depleted. Let's check out the magical ore deposit. Maybe it's gonna give us 2 more points. So yeah, after this this bit, we're gonna go and visit the cemetery, and I'm gonna show you how we can. Oh, we also get shards of magical ore. Nice. Cool, cool, cool. Depleted deposit. Awesome. Alright, so let's go to the cemetery, which is basically on the way to Burmar's farm. Okay, so we are at this windmill over here, this burned out windmill, and I also want to showcase a secret. I already picked up the secret, but you can actually climb up here through these holes, and on the last level there's gonna be a chest, and the chest basically has the summon wolf rune. So if you ever need this rune, this is where you can find it. You can even avoid the bandits. You don't even need to engage in combat with them. Now, the cemetery is actually up ahead. It's in a small canyon. And the cemetery is basically filled with high-level mob, zombies and skeletons. I already killed the zombies. And the skeletons were pretty easy. Now, what's inside, beyond the graveyard, there's a cave. And the cave is filled with fallen paladins. And it's pretty spooky. It's a pretty spooky place. Also has some books called The Blessed Continent. Now, by the looks of it, I'm guessing this used to be a royal graveyard. Maybe a paladin graveyard. So yeah, the zombies are pretty easy to kill if you get them stuck in a tree somewhere or something like that. So we have 3 volumes. And I'm getting a lag spike. Okay, it's solved. So quick save the game. Now up ahead, what we basically have are fallen paladins. Let's aggro this guy. And is it just one? Yeah, it's just one. Now they're not difficult to kill. They're basically like skeletons in the sense they have the same attack pattern. So just double block, attack, double block, attack, and we can pretty much handle them, all of them, using this tactic. A secondary tactic you can use, assuming you have magic spells at your disposal, is to just climb up here and maybe try to get them stuck in the fence itself. But I think the devs... Uh-oh. Yeah, We died. Yeah, but one potential trick is this: to just try to climb that fence and get them stuck in the fence itself. And you can either use arrows or magical spells to whittle them down, but they're doable. So we're just gonna melee them. It's just gonna take a very long time. So let's skip to the point where I just get the last hit in and clear this area out, shall we? Okay, so we handled the fallen paladins. Now we need to... There's a skeleton mage over here. And we need to handle this guy as well. So I'm gonna use an ice wave, freeze him, summon a snapper, and by the combined power of the snapper and me, we should technically DPS him fast enough before he can get summoned in. I'm hoping that's the case. I don't think the skeleton mage knows what to do right now. Whether to attack me or the snapper, which is good. Whew. That's a good little snapper. That's a good little snapper. So he had some shards of magical ore on it. We have Blade called Song of the Fallen. Magic Circle, the 4th Circle, Volume 2. That's good. Can we pray to Enos and donate 100 gold coins? Oh, we cannot, because I already prayed last time. Okay. Okay. So that was just a regular prayer. Okay, okay. We can just kill this guy. It's no longer necessary. We don't actually have mana left. So let's just pop a torch. So yeah, this place is not super difficult to clear, sorry. It's just tedious. Once you master the attack patterns of two-handed enemies, it doesn't really matter just how strong they are. It's just a question of time, not if. And if you make a mistake or not. I made a couple of mistakes and died a couple of times, so... the Blessed Continent, Volume 4. Now, I think I forgot to make lockpicks, didn't I? So, 3 rights, 1 left, 1 right, 1 right, 1 left. We got lucky. So this is the Lightning Rune spell, which is a 4th Circle spell, but it does 300 damage and it only costs 30 mana. Just like Gothic 2, it's an awesome spell. It's probably the best spell in the game, if you ask me. And since we cleared out this area, let's rebind our telekinesis. Okay. And anything else to loot? We need to read the Blessed Continents books, which we will in just a second. Do we have all the volumes? So 1, 2, 4, and 5. What's 3? That's a scary sound. Oh, volume 3 is over there. I missed it. I have no idea what these books give us. I'm guessing it's gonna be a buff if we read all of them. We also need to buy the last books we forgot to buy from Silbach. Can I access this sarcophagus? No, I cannot. So yeah, this was the cemetery. Now the next place I want to visit is it's an area near Silbach. But first, let's read the books and get some mood lighting going on. Cool. Let's start reading. Okay, let's start reading. The Blessed Continent about... what was it? About cultural differences on the continent. No traveler known to the world whose name has been written in gold in the pages of history has been able to estimate the size and shape of the entire continent. From numerous books and reports, however, we know that it is vast, stretching from the windswept plains of Normar in the north to the sun-baked wastelands of Varant in the south. It's separated from the east by the blue surface of the Sea of Myrtana, and from the west by the boundless steppes stretching for hundreds of miles. Politicians, for simplicity or to seek the king's approval, often refer to it as the largest political entity on it, the Kingdom of Myrtana. Scholars, on the other hand, prefer to use the name the Blessed Continent, for it is a blessing to have peoples with vastly different traditions, beliefs, and forms of governance living side by side. Despite innumerable political and religious conflicts, plagues and migrations, the continent's three dominant cultures, Myrtanian, Normarian, and Varantian, have stood the test of time, becoming an inseparable part of it. Volume 2. According to the few surviving sources, we know that the area of the present-day Myrtana, was once covered by dense forests, where trolls, shadow beasts, and much older beasts, forgotten by time, reigned. One day, however, a creature unknown to these lands appeared within their borders. It was a man. In the midst of unspoiled forests and wilderness, huts sprang up one after another, like mushrooms, which, with time, began to grow into wooden settlements, then villages, and finally brick cities. While the evidence is clear that the first people to arrive on the east coast of the continent were Myrtanians, they were soon joined by two other groups. The first, wandering for weeks through the inhospitable southern wilderness, established a settlement of Varant in the Anhita River basin. The second group took the northern route along the ridge of the Ash Mountains, which led them to a valley battered by the freezing winds. There they established a stronghold of Fjellborg, the capital of present-day Normar. I think that's how it's pronounced, right? Fjellborg? Although the members of each culture share many similarities, the lands in which they made their homes, the customs they followed, and the fate to which they gave their hearts have all conditioned their sovereignty over the years. Volume 3. According to a report by royal scribe Sevinus, native Myrtanians make up the second part of the total population of the known part of the continent. However, this is not surprising, for the kingdom of Myrtana, in its current dimension, is the beating heart of human civilization, and its kings, like good shepherds, tirelessly carry the light to people all over the world. How, then, in the proximity of Myrtana, did the Varantians and Normarians manage to preserve their cultural identity? The answer lies in geography, for a single trade route leads from Myrtana to Varant, situated between Ruby Bay to the south and the slopes of the Ash Mountains to the north. Normar, on the other hand, is a valley surrounded on all sides by mountain ranges that naturally separate the land from the influence of the outside world. The spirit of Varantians and Normarians is extremely difficult to break. Living in the shadow of orc bands in the northern plains, the people of Normar must always remain vigilant to defend their homes. The Varantians have never had enough natural resources themselves, so they both learn to take from others. Both of these cultures are characterized by hardiness, which has no doubt helped them keep their integrity. Volume 4. It is important to remember that the climate of both lands plays an important role in the formation and maintenance of the sovereignty of the cultures of Varant and Normar. Because of the dry season that lasts nearly 8 months in the middle of Varant area, its inhabitants like to wear light jackets or leather capes and airy linen pants. The huts of the Varantians often have no shutters or doors and are replaced by curtains stretched across the entire width of the hut, protecting the inhabitants from the sun and insects. The people of Normar, on the other hand, are accustomed to wearing thick sheepskin coats, insulated pants, and heavy coats to keep out the cold. Unlike the inhabitants of Varant and Myrtana, they live in houses made of hard-hewn logs with a thick layer of clay on the outside and animal skins. The climate of Varant and Normar also influenced the style of fighting preferred by the inhabitants of these countries. Clad in light, unrestricted clothing, Varants prefer to wield light one- or two-handed weapons such as samites and javelins. The Normarians, on the other hand, tightly wrapped in several layers of clothing, have limited mobility, so they usually train to fight with straight, double-edged wedges or axes, valuing above all the power and momentum of their blows. So yeah, that kind of makes sense. The Blessed Continent, the last volume. Oh, so we get 7 hit points. Cool. Cool. Faith in Enos, the patron saint of Myrtana, is being tested day by day in the face of the war with the orcs. The plague plaguing, I think there was a mistranslation here. The plague plaguing the south of the kingdom and unrest in the streets of Vanguard. And as the main religion of the continent wanes, other religions gain followers. Although the origins of the belief in Beliar and Varant are shrouded in mystery, the Book of Fire speaks of 4 black mages who instilled a hatred for Enos into the people of this land. Scholars, on the other hand, argue that the Lord of Death originated in the hearts of the people as an idea to counterbalance the Myrtanians who were leading the continent. It is worth noting, however, that this religion promotes the cult of strength and the power of the strong over the weak, which in turn fits perfectly with the plundering nature of the Varantians. The people of Normar, on the other hand, are not a people of deep faith. Day after day, they struggle against nature, which usually provides them with generous harvests, and they have long since learned to trust their own abilities. They are, however, those who make symbolic offerings, whether out of tradition or precaution, to unspecified nature deities at the edges of forests, in rushing streams, and on snowy mountain slopes. Okay, cool. So we got 7 hit points for our troubles. Now, the next part we want to explore is near Silbach. So let's sleep first of all, and then go to Silbach. Okay, it's a new day, and up ahead we have the other side of the river near the Lurker's Coast. Now, this place is kind of dangerous. The frogmen aren't so much as an issue as there's a black bear, I think, somewhere. And also potentially a shadow beast. Okay, I'm not gonna waste mana on this guy. I'm gonna wait for him to aggro me. Also pray to Enos again, so we have 419 hit points, which is great. Can we get some more extraction skill, Marvin, please? Maybe to 97? No? Okay. So what do we have up ahead? Gotta take this one really carefully. A giant rat. Several giant rats, actually. Is that the goblin berries? By the way, I forgot to mention. One of the things that we got while looting. Now, where was it? It's an amulet of mana. And I think we got this one either from the Cave of the Skeletons or the chest from the Wolf Sons. I'm not entirely certain which. But in any case, our mana is now 50. So we are just 30 points short of 80 mana. One of the reasons why I really want to get to 80 mana is so we can take full advantage of the damage from the... Ooh, those are wargs. I kinda don't want to fight them yet. The frogman, however, should prove little challenge. So let's Oh, you actually do very little damage against our armor right now, don't you? And we also do massive damage against you with this beautiful weapon. Cool. So slingshot, and does he have a pebble? No. Okay, we gotta advance carefully up ahead. The valley up ahead also has a weapon, but also has some magical ore deposits. Okay, is it just one frogman? Are we gonna aggro one? Okay, I can handle one. Oh yeah. The critical hits are so good. I actually feel super confident in handling a lot of these enemies. Yeah, our armor is very nice now. We are gonna level up soon. So yeah, a couple of more kills and we're gonna
Nic
level
tu
up.
nie ma.
Well, let's see. Is that guy... Okay, there are a couple of them. So this seems to be a fallen shrine to Archolos. And that guy has a slingshot. We want to avoid the slingshot using guy. Take out his friend first. Patty. Yep. Okay. And let's eat some... oh, he had all coins. That's actually pretty good. Let's eat some country apple pie to restore both our mana and hit points. And I keep forgetting to craft lockpicks. And we also level up again. Cool. So it's chapter 1
Nic tu nie ma.
and we're already level 20. It's a pretty good progression, I should say. Let's eat another apple pie. Where's the apple pie? Where's my apple pie? So let's see. Any other enemies around? Any other frogmen? Now I know something happens once we either loot a chest or something like that. Okay, there's a frogman over there. Single lonely frogman. We can handle that guy. I know that once we loot this chest, I think, several more frogmen will spawn behind us. I'm guessing it's scripted so it happens that way. Come on, one more hit and you're done. They're so easy to kill because they have the orc attack pattern. Okay, let's see, what do we have to loot over here? Some king sorrel, snapper weeds and ore nuggets. Definitely gonna get this magical ore deposit. I would love some extraction skill, Marvin. I wonder if we're actually capped at 95%. Like, if we literally cannot gain any more skill and we need to learn the last 5 skill points. I hope that's not the case. I hope it doesn't work like that. So what do we have here? I have noticed that fire nettles tend to spawn in places that have a magical influence. Like shrines and stuff like that. So we have a fire nettle over there, a king sorrel over there. And fireweed as well. So this, I'm assuming by the architecture, used to be a shrine of Archolos, right? Kinda looks like one. Uniter, okay. And a jewelry chest, huh? Okay, interesting. And there's also a king sorrel up here. How are we doing on lockpicks? I think I only have one lockpick left, don't I? Because I keep forgetting to make new ones. Big fat fish. An ore nugget. Oh, that's actually a cool one. So where are my lockpicks? How many do we have left? It's full of small stones. Okay, I can't open it. Uniter. Only a few fragments have survived of this century-old book. Provides an experience bonus. +1 strength. That's actually cool. Thus came the night, darker and longer than any other before. The sea angered, oars moved, horns howled, and drums played a measured song. The chief of the north looked with scorn at the king of the south, and challenged him. And the war soon enveloped the blessed land. The clash of iron was carried grimly across fields and forests, hills and valleys, and the promise of the hard-fought peace was broken. 2 warlords shook the very foundation of Archolos, calling... Oh, it's separated. Archolos. Huh, interesting. Calling upon ancestral spirits to stand by their side. But only the wind answered them. Holding anger and depravity in their hearts, the 2 rivals waged a bloody war that took young and old, poor and rich alike. Then the Uniter raised an unblemished blade in the sky and cut the chains of the feud turning the warring lords back to the path of righteousness. And so he brought balance through the peacemaker, and as long as he wielded it, no one dared to question his will. Thus, even the fiercest of hearts stopped their men and humbly gave themselves to the justice of he who wields the power of the Lord. So I'm guessing Uniter is a sword. Now that being said... Oh, we have one lockpick left, so if we... Yep.
Przydałoby się parę wytrychów.
Yeah, we need to make some lockpicks. Okay. So I'm curious, have fragments spawned behind us already, or do we... Yep, they have spawned. They spawned alright. That's a slingshot one, isn't it? Okay, there's a slingshot one and a mace one. So handle the mace guy first. Go to Silbach, craft some lockpicks, open that chest, see what goodies we have, and even invest some learning points into mana. Okay, get this guy as well. I really love the frogmen, by the way. They're basically experience bags at this point. Okay, and loot this guy as well. A couple of gold
Nie
coins.
ma czego plądrować.
And do we have more frogmen up ahead? Or was that all? Okay, I think that was all. Those wargs, we need magic to handle those wargs. So let's quickly go to Silbach and back to the chest. Cool, so we have a couple of dead wargs, a black
tu nie
bear, and the ball lightning and windfist spells are awesome spells at this point in the
Nic tu
game.
nie ma. Niczego tu nie znajdę.
Now let's see, what rewards do we get for our efforts in killing 3 wargs and a bear? Not interested in the forest berry. This is nice, however, a fallen tree. Can we get more extraction skill? Doesn't seem like it. Feels like we're gonna be at 95 for a very, very long time. Okay, so what do we have up here? What's our big reward for this black bear we just killed? A couple of eastern violet plants. Meh. I mean, they're good rewards, but what did the bear guard? A heal heavy wound spell, a gold cup. Looks like a bloody glove over here, or a bloody hand actually. So this bear had some fun. And is that it? That's our entire reward? Not that I'm complaining, but I expected something more, I guess. Well, that's it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching, and the next episode we're gonna have fun, I guess, with the... we're gonna go to the swamp, I think. Yeah, we're gonna go to the southern swamp, the southern marshes, and do our best to clear it. And hopefully level up again. Now, question is, where should we distribute our future strength points and mana? I'm tempted to learn bow making, to be honest. But on the other hand, we can put 3 more points into strength before it increases the learning points cost. We're gonna see. We're gonna cross that bridge when we get that. Thank you guys for watching. I love this game. I love playing this game. I can't get enough of it. I hope this save, the save file will not cut up this time. The microphone audio file. And if it does, well, sucks to be me. I guess I'm gonna have to redo all my work for the past hour all over again. But hopefully it doesn't come to that. Thank you guys, gonna see you next time as we clear another chunk of the map. And as always, remember the most important story in the world is your own. Cheers guys, and take care of yourselves.